Well, good Wednesday evening, Arkansas. This is Chief Forecaster coming back here once again, here to give you guys your evening forecast video before your 7-day forecast comes out tonight. So we've got a good bit to talk about in terms of tomorrow night, and then what to expect as we get towards next week here. So right now, everything's quiet. Everything is just quiet across the board. Temperatures are a little warmer than we have been over the last couple of nights here, guys. So we've got 52 degrees here in the metro right now, 45 up there in Fayetteville. Got a lot of people up there going to watch the Arkansas Duke game tonight. So let's root our Hogs tonight, guys, up there for that basketball game. 54 degrees in Fort Smith right now, 43 already in Mena, 43 in El Dorado, 46 in Camden, 48 in Texarkana, 46 again over there in West Memphis, and 52 degrees up there in Jonesboro at this current time. So as I mentioned before, no, do not expect this quiet weather to remain. We do have some after weather to talk about as we get towards the next 24 to 48 hours here. I'm going to break down what to expect. And also, I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about the strong to severe weather potential as we get towards late tomorrow here. So let's go over to our evening highlights real quickly, guys. So just kind of a breakdown. Rain and thunderstorms will start to move in as we get towards late tomorrow morning throughout much of tomorrow afternoon. So if you have any afternoon or evening plans, it's going to be a washout. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Be careful if you're planning on traveling. Remember, wherever you got to go, it's going to be there, regardless of how fast you go. So do not go 90 to 100 miles per hour when it starts raining tomorrow, guys. I don't want to come here tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, telling you guys about wrecks and stuff like that. Just take it easy on the roadways, guys, okay? We do have some colder weather moving in as we get towards next week. It's not going to be anything significant. And as I mentioned before, very, very, very breezy conditions starting tomorrow. I'm going to show you guys that coming up in the future cast in a little bit. And also, we have some strong thunderstorm potential as we get towards tomorrow night and the early part of your Friday morning at this current time. So, I've had a lot of people continue to ask, when is it going to get cold and stuff like that. I'm going to tell you guys this right now. In terms of this winter, you're going to have to get patience. If you don't have patience, you're going to have to learn how to get patience, because this winter is going to be what's called a backloaded winter. This is not going to be, we get into December, we're automatically talking about cold and snow. You got to get into January, into February, and even potentially into March. So if you want to check out our winter outlook, it's going to be in our YouTube. Check out the description below. And on Facebook, just simply send us a message. You can read the entire basically essay of what to expect this upcoming winter. It goes month by month on when to expect it and everything like that here. So just keep that in mind across the board. Now, the burn ban still continues for Deshae and Chico counties here. I think that gets wiped off the board as we get towards the next couple of days, guys, and then we'll get back to normal life here without any burn bans across the board. Wildfire danger still remains in effect. Just be careful if you're planning on doing any bonfires or anything like that. Just make sure they don't go unattended across the board. So let's go ahead and talk to you guys about your FutureCast data here. And this is starting first thing tomorrow morning. And you can see, and we'll stop it right here, we have a good amount of showers and possibly a few thunderstorms down there in southwestern Arkansas first thing tomorrow morning. So anyone that's traveling along I-30, coming out of Texarkana, across western, southwestern Arkansas, just be careful first thing tomorrow morning. You're going to have school traffic, rush, people trying to get to work, etc. So be careful on the roadways tomorrow morning. This activity will spread northeast throughout the morning hours and the early part of your afternoon. And by the time the kiddos are getting out of school tomorrow afternoon, it is going to be a complete washout across the state here with light to moderate heavy rainfall. Could be some few thunderstorms down there in southwestern Arkansas. I'm going to break that down coming up in a little bit. But overall, just a complete washout. So getting home from school tomorrow, getting home from work, rush traffic, it's going to be a little slow, so make sure you pat that patience with you first thing tomorrow morning. It's going to be one of those hectic days as we get towards tomorrow afternoon. Now, we get into tomorrow evening, you can see the heavier rainfall really starts to bulk up across the area here. Now, what I'm going to watch is down there in southern Arkansas, because you can see how the activity breaks for just a little bit. There is some guidance that's wanting to bring that warm front into southern Arkansas just temporarily for the system as it's pushing up towards north and east. That could leave an opportunity for the potential of a few strong thunderstorms down there tomorrow night. Now, I want to make this clear and make this a disclaimer. We are not expecting this to be a severe weather outbreak. I know a lot of people want to hear severe weather. It triggers that anxiety. We are not expecting widespread severe weather tomorrow night. Let me make that perfectly clear. We are not expecting widespread severe weather tomorrow night. This is going to be a hell threat if we see any severe weather to begin with. I think the majority of the severe weather will be, once again, how it was last Monday: Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, along the Gulf Coast. That is normally where we see our severe weather, and especially in an El Nino fall going into an El Nino winter. So keep that in mind. I'm not expecting a significant amount of severe weather for tomorrow here. There could be a few strong thunderstorms down there in southern Arkansas. It's not going to be anything significant, folks. So I want to make that clear. But let's take this out all the way through. You can see by the time we get towards 10 o'clock tomorrow night, just a complete washout, folks. If you have any evening plans tomorrow, make sure they're indoors, okay? Because majority of the area is probably going to be washed out tomorrow evening and going into tomorrow night. This activity should clear out by the time we get towards late tomorrow evening into the overnight hours, with some lingering cloud cover for your first thing Friday morning. But Friday morning's traffic should be back to normal across the area here. Not really expecting too much in the way of any rainfall or anything like that here. Now, what I want to show you guys is this. This is a very brand new product for us here, and this kind of breaks down the wind profiles here, guys. So we're looking at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. We already got wind gusts 25 to 30 miles per hour across the state. These winds are going to continue throughout tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. So my recommendation is, you get off to work tomorrow, just make sure you charge your phones, charge your devices, just to be on the safe side. I'm not really expecting a widespread amount of power outages. However, with wind gusts 40, 45, 50 miles per hour possible, we could see some isolated areas that do see some power outages across the board, especially across eastern Arkansas with that flatter land. It really allows that wind to travel. So just keep that in mind here. Now, you can see by the time we get towards 5 o'clock, look at there, there's 6. So we've got 33 mile per hour winds, wind gusts in Fayetteville, 33 in Little Rock, 38, I believe, 38 or 39 in Arkadelphia, 42 in El Dorado. This is what I mean. Your wind gusts are really going to kick up as the storm system becomes much stronger across the area here. So you can see, let's take this out all the way through. You can see by 9 o'clock tomorrow night, just a good amount of upper 30, low 40 mile per hour wind gusts across the area. So that could cause a few power outages tomorrow night into your Friday morning. So we'll watch that closely here, guys. But let's take this out all the way through. You can see about 12 o'clock, the system starts to depart from the area. There could be some lingering wind gusts tomorrow morning. Well, not tomorrow morning, Friday morning. Wind gusts upwards to 20, 25 miles per hour, near 30 up there in northeastern Arkansas. Other than that, we should be good to go by the time we get towards Friday morning. So let's talk about your 7-day forecast here, guys. Tomorrow, stormy across the area, mainly during the late morning into the afternoon hours. High temperatures in the 50s, overnight lows in the 40s, falling into the 30s by the time we get towards next week, with some cooler weather returning back into the area here by the time we get towards your Tuesday and a Wednesday time frame here. Now, central Arkansas, more the same. Now, you see on Thursday, and I'm going to pause this right here so you guys kind of see what I mean. Thursday night and Friday, that warm front's going to try to sneak northward. How far north does it get will be the question. However, temperatures are going to be warming up throughout the overnight hours tomorrow night and a Friday morning before they crash as the cold front moves through during the day on Friday. So keep that in mind. Like I said, I'm not expecting a lot of severe weather across the board. However, it's something that we're going to continue to monitor across the area here. Now, let's take this all the way through to the weekend, early next week. Temperatures fall back into the 50s, overnight lows back into the 30s across the area here. Now, we're going to switch this over to southern Arkansas coming up here in just a little bit. And this is more the same for southern Arkansas. Thunderstorms tomorrow. Widespread showers, thunderstorms. There could be a few strong ones down there. Not really expecting a lot of severe weather. Main threat will be hail. And then you can see by the time we get towards next week, things look good to go across the area with high temperatures in the 50s, overnight lows in the 30s and 40s here. So this is the risk for tomorrow. This is going to be down here in southwestern Arkansas from Mena, basically Mena and the Waldron area, all the way down to El Dorado. Main threat will be hail. We're not expecting a tornado threat or too big of a wind threat. I do believe this may end up becoming a wind threat across the board. We'll have to wait and see, because the winds are going to be non-thunderstorm winds. Basically, that's going to be associated with the system by itself. So even if we didn't have thunderstorms tomorrow, you would still have wind gusts upwards to 50 miles per hour. So we'll have to see if that becomes wind threat or not. But I think large hail will probably be the biggest risk down there in southern and southwestern Arkansas as we get towards tomorrow. So that's all I got for you guys this evening. We'll continue to keep you guys updated right here, your source for all things Arkansas weather.